Welcome back to Kato Living. Maddie and I joined by author Chris Norbury with some mystery thrillers and some books that you had written. Chris, take us through these books that you got and what they're kind of about and what people can expect if they wanted to pick one up.
Okay, well, I'm a Minnesota guy, so I decided when I started writing, set the books in Minnesota. What the heck? It's a great state to have settings in, weather, all those sorts of things. So, and I decided I want to write thrillers because I like that genre, mysteries. And so I just kind of on a whim, almost on a bet, about 16 years ago, I just started putting together some what ifs and some notes and came up with the idea. And I always like conspiracy novels because they're kind of fun too. So I thought, let's throw a conspiracy in there. So it's a southern Minnesota farmland stealing coercion sort of a conspiracy that my main character discovers, who is not a detective, he's not a cop, he's not a FBI agent, he's just a professional musician, which is kind of my little twist on my main character. He's just an average guy, but he's a really good musician, and he's the only one who figures out this conspiracy. And he's trying to help his old neighbor lady that he grew up next to, because if he doesn't help her, she loses her farm, which is all she's got. So that's the mystery he's trying to solve, is why can't she, how can I help her save this farm? When the conspirators find out, they start trying to kill him. So he's a normal, happy guy at the beginning. I ruin his life in the first book, and then 2 more books later, he finally gets one more chance to go up against the bad guys because he finally convinced somebody else to believe him about what's going on. And the guy who believed him actually knows some people who can help, so he gets one chance. But then by that time, he's so down in the dumps and just, his life is totally ruined. He's thinking, do I just want to try one more time against this impossible foe, or do I want to just give up and go hide and crawl under a rock for the rest of my life?
Wow.
So they're page turners. They're designed to keep you reading. I write kind of in a lean style. I don't do a lot of glossy details and things like that. It's not literary fiction. It is entertainment fiction, escape fiction, but set all over Minnesota, so you get a great chance to say, oh, I know where that place is, or I've been to that town, or that sort of thing.
Wow. What about this book?
This one is I call this my labor of love. I was a volunteer Big Brother with Big Brothers Big Sisters in southern Minnesota for 20 years, had 2 fantastic little brothers, and I decided I would love to tell their story, not biographically, but just kind of in a general sense, and to help promote the program and hopefully write a book that kids who are good candidates for the program might read the book and say, oh, that guy, he kind of reminds me of me. I see a little bit of myself in him, because it's a kid who's got a tough home life and divorced parents, and they're poor, and he's bullied and he's teased and all this sort of stuff. So I wrote that one kind of inspired by my 2 little brothers who had amazingly challenging lives, and they've the one who is 30 years old now, going to be 31 this month, he's doing great. My other one, my second little brother, is a senior in high school this year. He's going to graduate. He's by golly, he's going to graduate, which is the number one thing to do. So I wanted to tell that story, and I thought, well, 20 years in the program, who's more qualified than me? And there's an old saying, write what you know, and write the story only you can tell. And I looked, and I didn't find any other books about Big Brothers Big Sisters, so I thought, let's write a story about that. And it's gotten great reviews and a bunch of awards and things like that, so I'm really proud of it. It's my best book, my best writing. I love these 3 also, but this one is the one
that's your labor of love.
It was easy to write.
Yeah, super cool.
And it just kind of fell into place.
Chris, we're running out of time right now, but if people wanted to purchase your books or learn more about what you do, how can they do so?
Main thing is my website, chrisnorbury.com, but I will be at the GSR Fine Art Festival also. This will be my 5th year. I love going to the place. It's a great organization, great event. I'll be there with about 15 other authors and then about 50 or so artists, and it's easy to find downtown Mankato in the Civic Center arena, whatever you call it. And just a wonderful event over the weekend. Great to help small businesses on Saturday and Sunday, the weekend after Thanksgiving.
All those artists.